as opposed to melting down or throwing all the good away, separating coarse from fine very rapidly. You know, I like working under pressure in general. It's just a modus operandi. I like knowing something has to be brilliant, you know, under ridiculous time constraints, and not ridiculous, but just a little bit of pressure. It's just how I work. I like it. And I was on my way to make a project, which was a passion project I've been producing.
Which we'll talk about.
Yeah, which I can segue into and we can get back to, as long as we get back to the Phantom.
150%.
I had been co-producing a project about Marlon Brando as a activist, and making a film about his passions, not a cradle-to-grave biopic, but a 5-year period about the man who is known for his incredible work in civil rights and championing indigenous rights. This was about his love for the environment, which no one knew. He was perhaps the godfather of the environmentalist movement, and that's our story. It's highly, you would think, unlikely, but his incredible thirst for knowledge and equanimity and fairness and family and society. He was very interesting and quite brilliant in many ways. And this story celebrates him as that kind of artist, as human, as a citizen. And it's about the building of his compound in Tahiti, which he hired a young architect named Bernard Judge and decided to set upon the quest of building the first sustainable zero-carbon compound. Then, in 1969, he foresaw the effects of global warming and climate change upon the atolls that he so loved then, which was phenomenal. And so we made this very loving and funny and sweet movie about this unique friendship and this achievement, which did in fact succeed. It is the Brando in Tetiaroa, and arguably the most exquisite and greenest longitude and latitude on the planet, with a back-of-house processes that they invite the Tetiaroa Society, an incredible foundation which we're giving 5% of our profits to, is a living library, a place you can go and learn, and resorts can learn how to follow these particularly unique practices, some of which he himself had forged. Super cool story. Anyway, on the way to that...
By the way, it's so nice to discover like a 5-year period where you just, like, someone was a genius and someone did something really cool and was ahead of the curve, not like 5-year period where you just went mad.
No, entirely. While making his, most, let's say, seminal films, he would hemorrhage money in this R&D, research and development, on the projects, because it was an unfounded science, and he was going broke trying to figure it out. And his accountant was like, "You're broke, go do the gangster movie. What are you doing?" And he's like, I don't want, he hated Hollywood. Last thing he wanted to do.
Do the Phantom.
Do the Phantom. No, he did The Godfather. Then they give him an Oscar, and he's like, "Great, nice doorstop. Okay, how do we fix the, can we get rid of the mosquitoes? And what, do electric eels have enough power to, madness." So while on the way to go do this wonderful film called Waltzing with Brando, which we're also here at the market with.
By the way, I got a sneak peek, and you look incredible as Brando. It's very...
Thank you.
Yes, anyway, keep going.